Ooh. Now we're into deep water here. Oh, I know this one. The heartbreak. How did I get that wrong? I'm so distressed. You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature. This is Loki in The Avengers. His last immortal line to the Hulk, unforgettably played by Mark Ruffalo. And it's the beginning of a fight which I think it's safe to say Loki definitively loses.
Enough! You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature.
I felt insane and foolish. And I alternated between insanity and folly all day. The effects team and the art department had dug out little Loki-shaped trenches in the set. My job was to jump in and out of these trenches as hard as I can and as high as I can to replicate the effect of being smashed. I remember specifically after saying this line, I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by an animal. We wanted to create the effect of absolute spontaneity. Loki had no idea what was coming. He was puffed up with all his sense of superiority and status, and that would be completely undercut by him just being wrenched out of frame. And that's exactly what happened.
Puny god.
I never wanted the throne. I only ever wanted to be your equal. This is Loki in Thor.
I never wanted the throne. I only ever wanted to be your equal.
How would I describe the relationship between Loki and Thor? Enormously complex and deep. Yeah, how long have you got? It's been a journey, the journey of 1,000 miles. Two brothers in the palace of Asgard, very close, at the same time opposite. I think they probably define themselves as brothers, as opposites, but have grown up with great trust and affection. And the heartbreak of the emotional fallout between Thor and Loki is that actually, as brothers, they were great friends, and they're separated by circumstance. That circumstance initially is Loki's discovery that he is not, in fact, Thor's brother. He was adopted and was an orphan who was left to die. And I think Loki feels stricken with grief about that. I was cast in 2009 when I was 28. So it's been 15 years for both of us, and it's been such a pleasure to sit alongside him on the roller coaster of this journey. Being cast as Thor and Loki changed our lives forever in the most extraordinary and unexpected ways. To have someone who was going through the same experience has just been such a comfort, actually. Over the years, we've shared so much. We've shared so many memories. We've made the films in different locations, different cities, different states. We're good old mates. I assure you, brother, the sun will shine on us again. The heartbreak. That's Loki in Avengers Infinity War, in the opening scene where Loki tries to distract Thanos. I assure you, brother, the sun will shine on us again. I knew about this scene, I think 3 years before I came to be on set. I remember going over to Marvel and talking to Kevin Feige and Louis D'Esposito. In that meeting at Marvel, as I was hearing the story of Ragnarok for the first time, Joe and Anthony Russo came in, and they were in early development for Avengers Infinity War. And they said, we're still drilling down on the details of the script, but we know what the opening scene is. The opening scene is Loki in a 1v1 with Thanos and trying to save his brother Thor, who is in dire straits. It's the final curtain. And the reason we know that's the first scene is we know that it will be very shocking to the audience, and we want the audience to be truly invested in Thanos' capacity for evil. I understood that, and so I knew that the approach through Ragnarok was going to culminate in this moment. And it was a big day. I checked into my hotel, and within an hour or two, I run into Josh Brolin, who could not have been kinder. He enveloped me in this enormous hug, and he was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And then there was a big round of applause, and everybody said, you know, "Congratulations and well done and thank you. Come and see us anytime. You'll always be part of the family." But, you know, just when you think it's never say never again, basically. I'm like sitting here going, I can't believe I got Coriolanus wrong. I know. Let me list all the ways you're going to die. Rain, heat, mud, disease. I know this one. Disease carrying flies and mosquitoes. James Conrad, Kong Skull Island. Let me list all the ways you're going to die. Rain, heat, mud, disease carrying flies and mosquitoes. I feel like so many movies have explored, like, what would we be like if we were stuck on a desert island? I love Castaway. It's one of my favorite films. And I think the thrill of watching Tom Hanks in Castaway is, you think, well, how would I get on? Would I be able to spear some fish for food? Would I be able to start a fire? Would I make a friend of Wilson? You know, I'm worried that I'd be hopeless, actually. And I'd get dehydrated and overwhelmed and sunburnt, and then wander into the ocean and get eaten by a shark. You're nothing but a spoiled child. Ooh. Now we're into deep water here. You're nothing but a spoiled child. Thomas Sharp, Crimson Peak. Phew. You're nothing but a spoiled child. I just was previously doing Coriolanus at the Donmar Warehouse in London. He came to London, and we worked together, and he was extraordinary. He had written biographies of each character. It's like a novella of the character and their life before the film. So you've suddenly got a biography which is so rich and has so much detail. Guillermo's gift is total. His mastery of the medium is absolute. His attention to detail, his precision, his generosity, his good humor. It's one of the happiest sets I've been on. Strangely, for a film with so much pain in it, we laughed all the time. Okay. I see a scheme, and in that scheme, I see myself. Episode 2 of season 1 of Loki. I see a scheme, and in that scheme, I see myself. My goodness, what have I learned about playing Loki? Change is possible, that growth is necessary, and that in order to become the best version of yourself, you have to make peace with your past. You have to confront your mistakes, acknowledge your failures, and only then are you in control of your destiny. It feels like we constructed the series as a story in 2 volumes, season 1 and season 2, and I feel very happy with the narrative conclusion of season 2. I feel like, as Mobius says, sometimes purpose is more burden than glory, and Loki's found his purpose after all, which is to commit himself to protecting the lives of others by holding the timelines together. Where we go from here, I don't know. I really don't. He's listening. He's watching. That's all I know for now.